Men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates.
Because women are out there being like, oh my God, I can't find a man. And it's like, well, men are dying to find you.
I know.
Give me three. Give me 3 wives.
Name 3 wives.
Give me 3 wives. If you can't name me 3 wives, you know personally in your family that got your blood running through their veins, fuck you.
Serious.
I told you to get a second job, maybe a third job.
That's insane.
Look, you said you love me, and love can do miracles.
He should pay all the rent.
Yeah.
And then he should be like, you get the Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If I can't find exactly what I want, then I don't want it. And I understand that, but I think the problem is that you may change your mind, and when you change your mind, it's too late.
Modern women are absolutely furious, and it's all over TikTok. While men are quietly opting out of the dating game, these ladies are loud and clear about why. Listen to this.
I think he should pay all the rent.
Yeah.
And then he should be like, you get the Netflix subscription.
Yeah. I also feel like when there's different points, because I've had so many different points in my life where, like, I think of my roommates where, like, I was with these finance guys and they were making the most and I was making the least.
Yeah.
And, like, they treated me to, like, drinks when we went out.
Yeah.
And, like,
You can't shame me wanting money, resources, and things from a man. You know why? Because they're not useful for anything else.
I've learned since dating a provider. Number 1, your man should want to not only take care of you, but those around you too. Like Damien, whatever he can do to help my friends, like to make something easier for them, to help my family, he's gonna do it. And he's gonna do it without hesitation. That man gets up so fucking fast, like you won't even be able to blink before he's up.
Anybody who tells you your standards are too high is somebody who compromised on their values, their morals in order to be in a relationship because they didn't want to be alone. Because they rather have been comfortable than uncomfortable and wait in a period of uncomfortability, whatever the word is, just so that they could be with somebody, just so that they could feel supported and fake loved or whatever.
I hate when I tell people that I only date men with money and they think that I'm dating them for their money. Like, no, I have my own motion. I just need you to have some too. And then what's even worse is when they're like, oh, don't worry about money. Make sure he's kind, or he has a relationship with God, or he treats you well, or he's tall, whatever. Why are we selecting 5 out of 8? Why can't we have it all? Why are we limiting ourselves? Like, money and kind is not mutually exclusive. They can do both.
I'm going to say something that's probably going to ruffle some feathers. And if you're the proof that this isn't true, more power to you. But you will never be able to date a broke man and be happy. Why? Because it's 2026. Bills are higher than they've ever been. The cost to have a decent life is 4 times as much as it was in the days before. And you're never going to be able to live a soft life with a broke man, period.
I would rather be single and pay all of my own bills than be with a man and still have to pay all my own bills. And that is exactly why I'm single, because 50-50 has never made sense in my head.
So I've always been someone that says I think that the guy should pay not only on the first date, but like all dates, honestly. Obviously not a blanket statement. I understand there are nuances in different relationships, but in my opinion, I think that the guy should always be paying for dinner. In general, women spend so much more time and money on dating than men, in the sense that we have to do our hair with an expensive hairdryer, do our makeup with makeup that we have to go buy, get nails done if that's your thing, shave, get a wax. Men quite literally roll off the couch and put on an outfit and then leave for the date. The least they can do is pay.
I think we need to break up.
What?
Yeah, you're just too expensive for me.
What?
I'm in debt because of you.
Baby, but we have such a good time together. Why you bring this negativity?
I'm serious.
I told you to get a second job, maybe a third job.
That's insane.
Look, you said you love me, and love can do miracles. So now you go to work. Go to work. Stand up. Stand up. You're just too lazy. Go to work.
Okay.
We're not breaking up.
Every woman deserves more. And this is not me blaming women. It's really not. By you not settling for the bare minimum, you're helping other women because you're training men to understand this is not right. It's the women who settle for the bare minimum make the women who don't settle the picky ones, when in reality, they just have standards and boundaries and they don't want to settle. Men in general just need to be trained to know what's good and what's not good, what's right and what's bad. Each time that you're forgiving a man for doing you dirty, each time that you're letting things slide because you want to be the chill girl, every time that you settle for someone who you know isn't right for you, but you don't think you can get anyone else, and you think this is just the best that you can get, you're only doing a disservice to yourself and to every other woman out there. Every woman deserves more. And this is not me blaming women. It's really not. By you not settling for the bare minimum, you're helping other women because you're training men to understand this is not right. This is not how you're gonna get a beautiful girl. That's where the term good guys always lose, because it's kind of right. Guys who are shitty usually win, and the nice guys are discarded. We need to stop settling for the bare minimum, and we need to start coming together as women and making these men buckle the fuck up, because we're hot, cool, and fun, and we deserve more.
Baby, that's not our car. Nope, that's also not our car. No, it's not our car. That's not our car. Yes, that's our car. Good job.
Most modern women today come with sky-high standards and a massive sense of entitlement. Men should pay for everything. It's the bare minimum. One influencer proudly declares she doesn't split bills because of the gender pay gap. Another complains that good men are ruined because women simply deserve more. But deserve more than what exactly? Loyalty, effort, or just a walking ATM who meets your 6'5" and 6-figure checklist.
99% of domestic abuse cases, there is financial abuse. And so much of that is rooted in financial control. It also is in not giving the person access. So one of my red flags is if they're constantly talking about being a breadwinner, honey, I'm going to retire you. They're very into traditional gender roles. All of that sets a really perfect stage for financial abuse. Betting, that's a red flag. If they're into sports betting, degenerate activities. Prediction markets, degenerate activities. No. If they're way too into crypto, if they have some crypto, I get it. I have a little bit of crypto. But if they're really into it and they're talking about how this is the future, this is going to change everything, I'm turned off here. I think it's a red flag. Kind of gives, oh, I'm such a rebel and I don't want to follow the rules vibes, and I just don't love it. I don't feel like you'd be financially responsible. If he shames me for how I spend my money, and this is like beyond gentle ribbing, I don't want to be undermined in my own financial decisions, especially because I know what I'm doing with my money. And if we need to have a real legitimate conversation, I do think, of course, when you're dating someone, you should have conversations to make sure your financial values are aligned. But to be demeaning toward me, it's gonna be a no. It's gonna be a no, because that's controlling behavior.
You'll be spoiled, but you keep choosing the wrong men. I got you. I don't know if that man's gonna spoil you or be cheap as shit. Because a lot of you think you have a generous man, but guess what? If he's not doing any of these, goodbye. Number 1, he identifies any of his love languages as physical touch. No, goodbye. His love language should be gift giving. Point blank, period. If it's anything else, next. And yeah, that applies to time spent. I don't think so. Time spent is another way of saying I'm cheap. 2, he doesn't need a holiday or any type of special event to get you a present.
21, I've never had a boyfriend. I look like this. I had my first kiss at 20 years old. And you think I care that you have money or a six-pack? That's fucking hilarious. That is literally a joke. I don't care if you're gonna fly me out and give me like, you cannot impress me with that. First of all, I shouldn't be paying for shit anyways. That's like a given. I'm a woman. I should not have to be worried about money or working or any of that. I'm literally a girl. I'm just a girl.
A lot of these men who say to you, like, what do you bring to the table, or what's your value, or what is your role then, don't actually have money. They will never have money, and they are not your target audience, okay? So if you're a spoiled babe, if you're a city girl, if you're a sprinkle lady, I actually don't know why you're listening to those men. Those men are not your targets, okay? Those men can keep talking until they're blue in the face. It's got nothing to do with them. Your standards are your standards, and you keep them very high, baby girl. This is how it works. The right man comes in, He travels up and he meets you where you're at. Okay? He meets you where you're at. And everyone else, you just drown out the noise.
And if you think that you're going to have to compete with other men, you're wrong. You're going to have to compete with me. I'm in love with myself. I'm obsessed with myself, actually. So the thing is, like, I'm not going to date you unless you're more obsessed with me than I am with myself. And that's going to be really hard to beat.
The number one way that I can tell if someone else is the problem is if they're fighting with me. Then I'm looking around. I'm looking around. Who else could be the problem other than them?
A single mom with 2 minor children, and I think a lot of men would think that someone like me doesn't have anything to offer a man in a relationship. And to that, I would say, you are absolutely right. My body is not available to men anymore. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be groped. I don't want to be intimate. My body belongs to me again.
And let me get this straight. I pay my own rent, my own utilities, my own car note, my own car insurance, my own maintenance, like my hair, my nails, my toes, all of that type of stuff, right? And whatever I want, and you want me to settle for hard dick and lies? No.
This is the entitlement epidemic. They want traditional provider roles when it suits them, but scream independence the entire time. I can provide for myself, but you still owe me the entire world. Men hear this constantly. Complaints about not helping enough, not being normal enough, not even providing luxury lifestyles enough. But when men point out the double standards, it's a toxic masculinity phase.
Not even date, just to talk to men. I'm so tired of it. And all I want is to be loved.
Just know that the second that you see a man constantly posting his woman on the internet, like, it's her, and her again, and her again. I love her, she's great. He cheated. That's exactly what happened. He's overcompensating. This is his way of apologizing to her and making her feel more secure.
No, like, I understand perfectly. I get it. It's fine. I totally understand that you were the one that initiated things first and you were the one that wanted me first, and now you're the one telling me that you don't have the capacity for a relationship. You need to heal from things from your past relationship. I get it. That makes perfect sense to me, bro. You gotta let me alone.
And the moment he starts being mean, like mean, just know it's another girl. It's always another girl. But they're gonna tell you it's your attitude, it's because you did this, or it's because you're not giving them kisses and hugs or whatnot. It's another girl. Yeah, trust your intuition, babe. It's always another girl.
So let me get this straight, y'all. This is now the third person, by the way, broke now, who cares? Third female who's told me that she met a guy and he was telling her how he don't chase women. He like women that show that they want him. Wait, what? What is going on today? The men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates. I don't know what is going on. And I don't know about you, but I refuse. I would never, ever, ever chase a man. In fact, I have just been told just naturally, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but men like to do the chasing.
Here is a list of things men should not be doing. Requesting money for the Uber, driving Honda Civics, making the seat go closer to the steering wheel in a car, getting drunk, drinking any kind of flavored coffee. Black coffee is fine. Having a boss. Why does another man have to tell you what to do? Wearing any kind of purse or satchel. Hold it in your hands. Having a cat. That's too performative for me. Sleeping on the side of the bed furthest from the door. Thank you.
Women need a man like a fish needs a bicycle. And I remember thinking, ew, maybe that's true.
We need women more than we need men. Like, I don't think that anyone realizes that, but it's very true. Because we get a lot from our female friendships, you know, we get a lot from our relationships with our moms or whatever it might be. And men get everything from their beloved. And so I think that shows me that exact point that men need us more than we need them, which is hilarious because women are out there being like, oh my God, I can't find a man. And it's like, well, men are dying to find you.
I know it. You know, when I was young, it was sort of during this period of women's lib, and there was a T-shirt. I think Gloria Steinem was the first one who wore it. It said, "Women need a man like a fish needs a bicycle." And I remember thinking, yeah, maybe that's true. It's like, but I think though that the false narrative is that women, maybe because women are just more verbal about it. Women are like, I want to get married, or they tell the lie, like, Taylor Swift was referring to, when I say I don't want it, it's like, but the truth is men, it seems like in silence are the ones who really want the relationship.
It is in silence. And that's why no one thinks it to be true, but it is in silence. And as someone who's worked with male matchmaking clients, I can tell you they want.
Tell you that I have zero interest in dating ever again. I mean that. Like, there is not a single thought in the back of my mind that thinks, oh, maybe one day, or what if. Like, I've dated enough men on the spectrum of good guy to doesn't give a shit to know that they have nothing I want or need. And it's at the point where I can't even imagine myself on a date with a man because the thought of asking him how his day was makes me cringe. Like,
Name 3 wives in your family right now. Give me 3. Give me 3 wives.
Name 3 wives.
Give me 3 wives. If you can't name me 3 wives you know personally in your family that got your blood running through their veins, fuck you. Fuck off. Don't say shit else to me. Name 3.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of 3 of my own goddamn
Name 3
family.
wives. How the fuck do you know? We good? Case closed? You know 3 wives?
Should have been talking shit.
Should have been talking shit. Shut the fuck up.
You're wondering what it's like to date in 2026. This is it. Not even date, just to talk to men. We're nowhere even close dating. We're just talking to them. This is how we feel. So, hope this helps. You're not alone if anyone else feels this way. And if no one else feels this way, then I am alone. But it's fine.
I don't know if anyone understands of how painful it is to feel rejected, to feel like you do everything you can and you still come out and you still feel like you're in so much pain. And I'm having so much trouble, like, trying to be okay, to heal. But as someone who put their best foot forward and did everything they can, I still come out broken. I still come out feeling hurt. And I wish this wouldn't happen, because I am just so tired of this pain right now. I'm so tired of it. And all I want is to be loved. That's all I want. But I don't know why it's so hard. And I always keep trying, and I don't know what I'm doing. And I always think I'm doing better than the one before, but it feels worse.
The real truth is, this behavior is driving men away. Why commit when you're being treated like a resource that's about to be extracted? The complaints about no good men left, they're everywhere. But they never look in the mirror at their own unrealistic expectations and lack of accountability.
Why are men not men anymore? For the past 48 hours, I disassembled a bed, carried it to my car, all the parts, by the way, carried a vanity to my car, loaded it in the car, then drove to the storage unit to help my friend unpack everything, to get it on a gurney, to take the gurney up to the elevator, to take the elevator up to the 4th floor just to get it to a storage unit, and then have to lift it up again and take it back into the motherfucking storage unit just to come back down to my car, just to go 5 minutes away, just to load back everything up in my car again. And you mean to tell me out of the 5 million niggas that I called, and collectively out of me and my friend, that not one of them could come and help me carry a motherfucking mattress?
Genuine question. Why is it that so many women think that they're entitled to a man's labor just because he's a man? It's the same way that y'all think that you're entitled to a relationship after you sleep with a man. Or the way that when you're in a marriage, you think that men are responsible for household labor and whatever bullshit psychology that you want to call it nowadays. even though you agreed by contract to be a stay-at-home mom. But I digress. These men do not owe you shit. Literally none. And where are your fathers to help in moving situations or friends that actually give a shit about you rather than random dudes? But also, women have spent the last decade saying that they don't need a man and men aren't shit and you can do it all by yourself. Y'all got money. You guys are making your own money, so hire a moving company, which by the way is still men. Some of y'all treat men so shitty, but then you still expect them to turn around and be there for you. And that's just not how the world works. And it's a woman's sense of entitlement that makes her think that just because she's friends with a man, that means he owes her his labor. Which also isn't how it works. Because when was the last time these women helped men in any capacity? You get exactly what you give. Y'all chose the bear for months, and this is the consequences of your own actions. But additionally, you don't get to pick and choose when equality best suits you. Y'all wanted equality, so I guess now you gotta figure it out. Okay, bye.
I pay for my own hair, nails, rent, iced coffee, credit cards, lashes, eyebrows, all by myself. So I talk to men however the fuck I want.
I just got one fucking question. Who the fuck else is gonna pay for it? Who the fuck else is gonna pay for your bills, bitch? No one. Fucking no one. Who the fuck is gonna pay for it? Of course you have to pay for your shit. You are a functional adult. Adults pay for their credit cards, for their fucking needs, for their rent, blah, blah, blah. And nobody told you to go get them fucking lashes. Nobody. Just because you're a functional adult does not mean you could go and talk to people however the fuck you want, bitch. Some of y'all are just in fucking La La Land. I swear, like, the fuck?
What's up with this whole thing with I'm an independent woman? I'm an independent woman. No, you're a grown adult who has a job, who pays your own bills, as you should. That's called being a normal human being. Can you imagine if men went around saying like, I'm an independent man? Yeah, no shit. You'd hope that these 30, 40, 50-year-old men could pay their own bills and be independent. You know, girls walk around saying this like they're above some standard. That's what adults do. It's called adulting.
Women frame it as a crisis they didn't cause. Yet many admit the standards are sky high. They want high-value providers who commit instantly, but offer casual situationships where men get the girlfriend experience with zero appreciation or exclusivity. Then they cry, why won't men commit? Why treating relationships like transactions? And then complaining why men walk away.
Men date up. They want men who make more money, that are, better looking and so on. And so obviously that means there's a very small pool, because now there's a huge pool of women who are working, who are educated, who are going for a tiny percentage of men. So the reality is, somebody's going to lose out here. And I think that some women are not going to like it, and some women have actually just accepted, okay, that's what it is. If I can't find exactly what I want, then I don't want it. And I understand that, but I think the problem is that you may change your mind, and when you change your mind, it's too late.